My boys humble. Like, my boys have never had a pair of Jordans. You know, my boys don't do all that internet fly shit. I'm like, your kids. And no, I could be the biggest star in the world. Do not let me catch you being stupid. Do not. And my oldest gets it. My 15-year-old, he tells the other ones, he's like, yo, don't make dad mad. Because once you get one that's right, he gonna straighten the other ones out. So it's just that thing of, in the past 20 years, we've been living through the death of the American male. They have literally killed masculinity in our homes and our communities, for one reason or another. But I raised my boys to be young men. And however you feel about that, you feel about that. Right. But my boys will always be respectful. They will always say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. They will always say thank you. They will always open the door for a lady. They will always make sure that their mother is taken care and provided for. They will always be men. And that's always since they were 2 years old. Every time I left for a job, I tell my 15-year-old, you're the man of the house. You make sure these doors are locked every night. This alarm is on. You text me or you call me every night before you go to bed and you wake up.
I love that.
Because we're men. If I'm not there to protect, he got to be there to protect. Because you can have all the money in the world, climb through the window, that money means nothing.
Right.
You can have all the celebrity in the world, jump through the door, that celebrity means nothing.
Yeah.
So you got to have a little guard in there, you know? And so for me, it's always that idea of American masculinity is very different.
We have two boys, 23 and 20. And I raised them very similar to that. But I didn't see, this was all over the place. I just didn't see the controversy behind it. Like, I don't understand how anything he said was controversial. Those are traditional masculine roles. Protecting, providing, things such as that. Setting order in the home. Yeah. So let's address the elephant in the room real quick. Because I remember when this first came out, you don't watch Black Mirror. My wife doesn't like anything.
I watched one episode.
Yeah, my wife doesn't like anything that's not like a girly
Classic.
or anything that's like horror or anything that's got any kind of.
You show a nip if you want to. I'm out.
So she doesn't watch Black Mirror. So he did a vignette on Black Mirror.
Yeah.
And I think it was called Striking Vipers. And in that vignette, he fell in love with another man through a video game, and they actually had like a kiss scene in the movie. And a lot of people saying, "Well, you saying all that, but you kissed a man." Okay, look, we have to, like, that's fiction. We are so caught up in media and everything. That's fiction. That man was literally acting. Now, would I have done it? No, but I don't know how much they paid that man. I don't know what was going on. I don't know. That's not my deal, right? But I think that was that character, and that was Anthony Mackie saying these things. I kind of separate the two in my mind, right? But my thing is this: if you can look yourself in the mirror after you've done it, then that's on you, you know. But for me, I judge a man by who he is, his real character, not some character he played on TV. His real character, his inner man, and he's saying all the things that I would say had I his platform or his level. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, I just saw this whole thing as a man setting standards. And I think the moment we set standards is a problem in today's society, because we don't like standards. We like to live the way that we want to live. We like to not have any consequences for our actions. We like to live in this fantasy social media make-believe land that isn't real. We like to star in our own little shows and rom-coms, and we call this life. And the moment a standard is set, then there's a problem. Now, if he was talking about, going out here and, getting yours and doing something stupid, then he would have been probably applauded. But the moment we're talking standard, the moment we're talking authority, the moment we're using words that people are deeming archaic and not really appealing anymore, it's a problem. So it just really shows the decline of our society, and it's sad because of the future generations that have to endure, and it's just a sad, sad state of affairs. But really, as a feminine woman, I didn't find anything, appalling about it. Matter of fact, it was quite comforting, because again, that is how we've raised our children. That is how our young men act. And it's crazy to me when other people come back and tell us, oh, your son is he's so respectful and he's so kind and he held the door open for us. And it's like, why is that
Yeah.
a nuanced or out of the norm thing? Why isn't that the norm?
Well, he said it though. He
It's
said
not
that.
appreciated.
Well, he talked about the death of masculinity, and I
Yeah.
certainly believe that, and I've even
Yeah.
written books about it, and I think it's absolutely true that we have systematically killed off masculinity
Yeah.
in this today's society. And me being a Gen Xer, you know, I got the tail end of that, and I was blessed and fortunate enough to have a great father, still have a great father who
Yeah.
taught me that it's okay to be a man. You know, it's really okay to set standards. Be a man of your word. My yes is my yes, and my no is my no. You're not gonna talk to me any kind of way. I'm gonna give you the utmost respect, but you cannot speak to me any kind of way. And that goes for anybody, all the way down to my wife, because I'm not gonna disrespect her.
Right.
So those type of things, and it seems like anytime a man, especially a man of color, anytime we start kind of talking that talk, people get real
You make people
shifty.
nervous.
People
Yeah.
get real nervous because, oh, what you mean? Oh, that's toxic masculinity. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. That's a standard and a boundary, and you better not cross it. Otherwise, it's gonna be a problem.
It makes people nervous, and then they start the sign language and the shaming and all the things to keep black men docile. That's all it is. It's a ploy. We know
Yeah.
it. We see it. It happens all the time. But the moment a man can really figure out how powerful he truly is, and shoot, don't let a woman get behind you, like a real feminine, the right woman. I've known and seen so many good men get connected and married to the wrong women.
Yep.
And you see them
Kill you, brother.
yeah, you just see them like tail between the legs. And you're like, you're this big, strong. I don't care if you're 5'2", it don't matter. You're this big,
Yeah.
strong
Still a man.
person. You have authority, and then you're letting a woman kind of beat it out of you, and it's the saddest thing to watch. So
Because you got with, like you said, you got with the wrong one. And you got to find somebody that actually is on your team, is on
Yeah.
your squad, and that is up to a man. I'm sorry, that's up to a man. You have to find a wife,
yeah,
and you can't be judging it by what she look like and what that mouth do and all the crazy stuff y'all young being be talking about. Like, you really got to find a woman that loves you,
Yeah.
you for you. Because guess what? We're coming up on almost 25 years together in the next
Can you
month.
believe
25
that?
years, yes. And I'm telling
How
you,
about fast?
I'm not the man she married. She's not the woman I
Yeah.
married. Like,
Yeah.
we've changed physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. The core of who we are is the same, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And we've grown up together in a lot of different ways. But it's never been one of those things where she had to worry about where I was or what I
Nope.
was doing or who
Nope.
I was with. The character that I built is that my father instilled in me, and I allowed the God of the universe to shape and mold, is still that young 21-year-old man you met all those many years ago, and you married 2022, and you had my first child when I was 23, and all those things. I'm still that guy, but I've grown and matured in a lot of different ways, and so have you. And we both changed physically. I'm not the specimen I used to be, and you had 3 of my dinosaur babies. So, but the core of it is still the same. The
Yeah.
core of it, and people do have these changes over the years, and I think a lot of people are not prepared for that. And it takes a man. It takes time to grow a man. It takes time.
I think we fought for a firm foundation in our relationship, and like you're saying, it starts with the man, and not with what we're seeing and what's being portrayed out here. It starts with you and your wise and careful selection of who gets to influence and carry the seed that you deposit. Like,
Yes.
who gets to represent you in your stead when need be. Like, it's that serious. It's everything. It can help derail. It can help point you in the direction of your purpose, or it can derail your purpose. Like,
Oh, yeah.
who you connect with and who you marry and who you give your last name to. And shoot, first red flag, if she don't want to take your last name and got hyphenate.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, it's the little things like that. No, yeah, oh, whatever. You say whatever you want to say, but we know it works.
Yes.
We got receipts. Almost 25 years. So I'm
Thank
just
you.
saying.
I mean, if you want to be, have that libertarian kind of egalitarian kind of relationship, and that's
if
great,
that
that's
works for
fine.
y'all,
And that is fine if both parties agree to that.
Agree.
But if you want a traditional relationship where the man is the head and the woman is second, she takes care of the kids, that type of thing. That's a conversation that has to be had. And it takes a certain mentality to walk down that road together. And if she doesn't have that mentality, if she's been influenced by feminism or influenced by other people around her, or she's traumatized, or you don't know what your role is as a man, because one thing about us, we respect each other's roles.
Yeah.
I don't step in her role, she don't step in mine, because neither one of us can do our role better than the other, right?
Yeah.
You can't outman me, and I can't outwoman you. That's the way it works. So it's a lot of mutual respect that comes along with that. And I think Anthony Mackie said something that he didn't even have to say, because that could have cost him a whole lot. In the industry that he's in, they don't want to hear nothing about no man being no man. So I respect it, regardless of what people say about his role, that one role he had. Whatever.
How about the one role y'all got? The one moment y'all got. The one thing you don't want people to remember. We all got them. So if we put it on the table, we put it on the table. That's what it is.
He's doing the one role, the main role that he is sworn to do very well, and that's be a father.
Yeah.
That's the one role that you never outlive that role. You always play that role.
Yeah.
And I think if he's doing what he says he's doing, he's doing an amazing job.
I appreciate it.
With that, that's enough said.